Cocoon Spawn Girls, Chapter 15. We knock on the door and listen for a reply, but we don't hear any response. I'm about to knock again when Marcia just grasps the doorknob and opens the door, barging in. The room is super basic. She clearly hasn't gotten to the stage where she gets to purchase stuff to make the room her own. We scan the room, walking inside, looking for Madeline. She isn't in the bed, and there doesn't appear to be anyone in the open closet either. Then we spot her against the back wall on the other side of the bed. I look at Marcia to see what she's going to do, but she's already gone. I look down and see she's dropped to her hands and knees and is crawling over to Madeline. I shrug and just follow her lead, crawling on all fours after her. Madeline has her head covered against her knees, but with all the sound has looked up to meet Marcia's eyes. Marcia doesn't say anything yet and keeps crawling until she's right next to Madeline, climbing up to sit against the wall next to her. I post myself up against the other wall across from Madeline, since Marcia has to do all the talking anyway, and I'm really just here for backup. "Hello, my name is Marcia," she says with a slight smile. Madeline does not respond, but continues to stare at Marcia. "I've heard a little about you, heard a name for you, but maybe there's a name you want us to call you?" Madeline drops her face into her knees and made some sounds that were impossible not to tell were tears. "I don't remember my old name either," Marcia continued. "It was once on the tip of my tongue, like it was right there, just on the other side of a dreamlike veil. But I could never find the right one that fit into my mouth correctly." Madeline continues to cry into her knees. Marcia scoots closer. "I bet they asked you if you could come up with a new name. Did you pick Madeline? Or did the staff pick that pretty name for you?" Through sniffles, Marcia spoke up. "I picked it? Oh, well, it's a pretty good name. Any special reason?" "My mom, she liked music by someone with that name." Madeline looked up from her knees. "I want to see my mom. Why won't they let me?" More tears rivered from her young eyes. It certainly invoked the feeling of wanting to cry as well. "Do you know why you're here? Did they tell you?" Marcia said in a calming voice, moving a bit closer to Madeline again. They want me to be a girl. They made me wear..." Madeline was cut off by Marcia suddenly grabbing her hand. "It's because you've been called to protect your home and your favorite people. You've been given a gift not many people get to have. And your mom is just so proud of you that she has to stay away so you can focus on being the best magical girl ever." "But I don't want to be a magical girl. I want my mom. They said she thinks I'm dead." Marcia sniffled. Marcia clicked her tongue in a sudden loud annoyed sound which startled me. "Whoever told you that is a total idiot. Why, they messed up the message completely." Madeline looked up again with teary eyes. "Huh?" "Yeah," Marcia continued. "See, the message you were supposed to get is that your old identity is dead. See, you're like a superhero now. So now you have a new identity which protects your family and all your favorite people from being targeted by super evil bad people. That's why you have to stay away until you're powerful and trained up and ready to see them again." Madeline wiped snot from her upper lip. "Really?" Marcia grins the most believable, promised smile I think I've ever seen in my life. Even though I know the truth of everything, I still feel like I would believe every word the smile spoke. "Madeline, your mother's out there waiting, so excited to see her baby on TV protecting everyone. You haven't even started your training, and yet I know she's already so proud of you. I'm sure. So, I can see her when I'm done being a hero?" Madeline said with some whistle in her voice. "Of course! You just have to focus on doing what these silly doctors ask you to, and before you know it, you'll be heading home." Madeline sniffled more as she cleared her throat, calming down. "It's very scary here. I don't like it." Marcia chuckled. "Well, real soon they're gonna let you go on a shopping spree to fill this room with a ton of fun stuff, and then you can enjoy your training here as a hero. Why, I wouldn't be surprised if after we're done talking here, we can't arrange for them to let you start shopping real soon." What sort of stuff can I buy? Like," she glanced around nervously, "is there a limit to what I can get?" "If there are 2 toys you want, you can get them both. 3, you can do it. You're going to get a ton of cool stuff if you ask for it." "Woohoo!" Madeline shot upward. She had been curled up for so long, she immediately crashed back down from her legs being asleep, toppling right onto Marcia. Madeline looked afraid for a moment, like she was expecting to get yelled at, but Marcia only laughed, repositioning her on her lap. Are you gonna stay here? Madeline asked, looking up at Marcia. Marcia shook her head. Sorry, kiddo, but we have to go back to our house to work on our training. Madeline's lip began to quiver, but Marcia wasn't finished. But we can come by to play sometimes, I think. And if you end up deciding to get a flip phone, and maybe a TV, we could become phone pals. How does that sound? Phone pals? What's that? She shifted. Well, do you like Adventures of Maxwell Power? Marcia asked, naming some kid's show I'd only heard of from someone else in my past I can't picture. You bet I do! Madeline cheered loudly. Well, if we become phone pals, we can call every Saturday after it airs and talk about it. That sound fun? You can watch cartoons here? I can't believe it! Madeline grinned, rocking in Marcia's lap. Totally! Just make sure to ask for a TV and a cable box when your shopping time comes. Oh, and the flip phone, of course. I will! You're the best. Madeline paused, seemingly trying to remember Marcia's name. Big Sis Marcia, that's me! Marcia smiled, patting Madeline's head. Madeline giggled as she tried to fight off Marcia's petting. Thanks, Big Sis Marcia. I'll make sure to get that stuff. Very good. I'm glad to see you smiling more. You're quite a cutie when you smile. Madeline made a sour expression. I don't want to have to be cute. Can't I be strong muscle hero? Afraid not. The scary monsters we fight called Spawn are only weak to cute magical girls. That's why you and I got turned into these forms. Gotta harness those monstrous Spawn's fears and use them against them. Madeline sighed. Oh, I see. That's too bad. Well, if you want to know a secret, I might know a little something to make it better. A secret? Madeline perked up. Yeah, a pretty good secretive secret. Can I trust you with it? Marcia smirked. Of course. I've got no one else to tell anyway. She smiled. Well, okay, here goes. Even though everyone may think you're a girl, it's still totally fine to secretly be a boy on the inside. Think you would like that? Madeline nodded excitedly. Marcia rubbed her chin in a thinking expression. Well, then we must dub you a secret boy name. Madeline. From the moment on, in your mind and in your whispers, you may henceforth be called Adel. How about that? Adel? She tilted her head in confusion. Sure. I mean, remove the M and then rotate the ein, and bam, you got Adel, the perfect secret name for the undercover boy. I see. I like it. She cheered, throwing her hands upward, almost hitting Marcia's face. But look, Adel, you must remember you're still undercover. That means you have to do your best to pretend to be Madeline and act like a girl ought to. But, she moaned. No buts. If your cover is blown, bad things will happen, I promise. Marcia seemed so serious, I almost felt scared as well. I understand, Madeline sighed, accepting defeat. Okay then, me and my friend Soph have to leave now. I hope to see you in high spirits when we come to visit next time, okay? Marcia raised an eyebrow. I'll try, Madeline nodded. It's very lonely here. I hope you'll come back real soon. Marcia moved her off of her lap. Well, good news. Just like how I've got Soph here, you should be getting some new friends to come live across the hall from you too. 3 whole new friends, all just like you, figuring out their new hero identities. Madeline seemed in a real good spirit as we headed out, following us out of her room and jumping at Dr. Trett the moment she saw him, launching out demands to go to shopping immediately. He gave us a thankful smile as we walked off towards where we hoped Miss Gretchen would be waiting for us, smoking or something. As me and Marcia walked down the hall, I hold my board up to her. That was really cool of you. You're really good with kids. Marcia rubs the back of her head. Oh, shucks. I just have some experience in my past life. Or so I think. The memories are a little fuzzy. I write again on my board. So do you still, in your mind, think of yourself as a guy? I fidgeted a bit, hoping that wasn't too personal of a question to ask. Oh, nah, I don't. I might have done it when I first became a magical girl, but that trick has an unfortunate twist. I tilt my head confused. She sighs. As Madeline grows over the next year, she'll slowly begin making so many memories as a girl, her mind will begin having trouble remembering what exactly she was trying to cling to from her old life. A magical girl's pills have a way of pushing out any desire to hold on to that sort of thing. I drag a big "oh" onto my board. Worse still, she's going to forget her mother's face. I gave her hope she'd get to see her again, but really that's never going to happen. But I can only hope we get to stay friends and she can appreciate my intent when she gets older and realizes. I nod in agreement. Surely she'll see the love and why you told her all that stuff today. I write again. Do you really plan to call her every weekend? Marzia smirks. Are you kidding? I've been dying to have someone to talk to about kids' cartoons. This is the best part for me. I get to watch her grow and have someone to talk about cartoons with. We end up finding Miss Gretchen right where we expected to find her, smoking right next to the car. She acknowledges us and puts out her cigarette after climbing into the driver's seat. We take off back towards our office. On our drive home back, I think about everything I got to witness on this trip. I wasn't at all that helpful, but man, my respect for Marzia is at an all-time high. Next time I see Madeline, I want to ask if I can be a big sis as well. For some reason, it makes me feel a happy tingling feeling when I imagine getting called Big Sis Sophia. We arrive back in Morrowsville and park in the building's garage. With shaky legs, I return to my room, crashing down on the side of my bed. Like what had become a bad habit at this point, I end up passing out fast asleep without changing my clothes or climbing fully into bed. End of chapter 15.